Thank you again for joining us for another edition of the Augusta Business Connection Spotlight. I'm Tiffany Justice. I'm one of your admins on the Augusta Business Connection page on Facebook, and I'm also the owner and broker of JT Realty here in Augusta, Georgia. Today I'm here with Auguste Badiel. He is the owner of Homewell Care Services. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Before we get started in talking about your business, tell me a little bit about yourself personally.
Stephanie, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about not only about Homewell Care Services, but about myself. Again, my name is Auguste Badiel. I'm an owner of the Homewell Care Services, Augusta. Just about myself, I retired from the military, 24 years in service. It kind of gave me the perspective to serve people. And as what I know is what I've been doing in the last 24 years. And I'm planning to do the same thing, but on a different level.
Awesome. So what inspired you? You said you were in the military. I know you and I have had lunch together and we talked about this very briefly, but what inspired you to start your business, with Homewell Care?
So what inspired me to start Homewell, there's two things. It kind of started in two different places. One, I used to be a caregiver when I was in high school and college. It kind of creates some type of connection and passion for the industry. And two, serving the military, we have a mission. The mission is to take care of people.
Right.
And being a leader and retire as a leader, to me, leadership is not about mission success. It's about taking care of people.
Right.
And I have seen a family struggling when a loved one becomes sick.
Yes.
The loved one start aging or loved one become disabled.
Right.
So it kind of pushed me to create or line up with Homewell Care Services to take care of these individuals who need some assistance to live comfortably at home.
Absolutely. So you saw a need that, people dealing with, aging relatives and things of that nature, and you felt like that was a calling for you to put your services into work. So tell me a little bit about Homewell Care and the type of services that you guys provide for your family's loved ones.
Just a little bit about Homewell Care Services is a nationwide organization. And for Homewell Care Services Augusta, we started about a year ago. And again, the mission for the military is to take care of people and make sure everyone is safe, even when we deploy. So get into healthcare industry. It's not about healthcare. It's about making sure everyone you're taking care of is feeling trust, comfortable, and safe at home. So it kind of helped me gear towards that, and is what we've been doing every single day. When it comes down to the services, we're doing a companionship care. We do dementia and Alzheimer. We're doing a veteran care services. And also, we focus a little more on the transportation. Transportation is about taking client or anyone who need a transportation to go to doctor appointment or do an errand or go to grocery shopping. And we do that too.
Right. So even when your loved one is being discharged from the hospital, your company would come and maybe pick them up from the hospital, make sure they get home safe. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. So actually we have one of a special program called Go Homewell. And it made a huge difference between Homewell Care Services and the other home care services in Augusta.
Right.
So what is about Go Homewell? We connect with family and the client at the hospital would do a home assessment and also a safety assessment at home.
Right.
We follow the client from the hospital to home and we make sure we provide one of a high quality care to the individual to recover well at home. We talk about high quality care.
Right.
So what that means? We not just sending a regular caregiver at your home.
Right.
We're sending somebody who's well-trained, dedicated, and also who can provide you the best care for you not to go back to the hospital.
Right.
So when we go back to the number, we have a zero admission rate when it comes down to care for anyone who just get discharged from the hospital.
Right. And you were telling me one of the things that you guys do that makes you stand out is that you take very special care on who you pair your people up with the client, meaning that you want to make sure that they have a very good relationship and that they're a good fit together. So that way the person whom you're servicing or taking care of feels like they have a companion, they have a connection. And I like that. I like that you said that you take that special care to make sure that everybody's a good fit. That's sometimes hard to find somebody who is a good fit for your loved one that, they consider maybe a friend at that point.
Yes.
It makes them feel at home, makes them feel really good about having someone they can talk to and that they feel like really cares about them as well. I really like that you said, and you told me about that, something very special about your program and what sticks out amongst other competitors.
Yeah.
So besides that, what else do you feel like Homewell Care does that other competitors out there might not do?
Yeah, actually, just brought up a good point. We tailor a care plan to is an individualized care plan.
Right.
It's not one size fit all.
Right.
So what we do every time we do assessment, and we go back and go through all the caregivers and see who match this client.
Right.
And the match is to make sure your loved one at home is safe. You open your door for us,
right,
and it will become a family member to you. So that's why we usually make sure we got the caregiver line out for the proper client.
Right.
And we never had any issues. And the other differences with other home care industry is if the client doesn't like the caregiver or is not a match, we can provide you a new caregiver.
Right.
We can do several rotations to a point where you feel comfortable,
right,
or you feel safe, or feel that I get the right match. Companionship is very critical.
Right.
It cannot be anyone to be your companion.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we'll focus a little bit more on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So being a business owner, what's the biggest challenge that you faced so far getting started?
This business is not any type of business. We talk about healthcare.
Yes.
We talk about home care. So the biggest challenge at the beginning was trust.
Yes.
Because you cannot just open a door. No one can open their door to you for a stranger.
Yes.
So it was one of the biggest challenge. And the way we kind of overcome that is to establish some type of patience,
right,
establish some type of trust, confidence, and also you got to be patient with anyone you're dealing with.
Right.
And we had to work through that.
Right.
To make it work. Yeah, we understand right now everything is based on technical skill,
yes,
but the most important on this business is trust.
Absolutely, I agree. What has been the most rewarding experience that you've had as a business owner so far?
As a business owner so far, the most rewarding, what I can say is when a family member tells you, you took care of my loved one.
Right.
Or they said, okay, your caregiver is the best.
Right.
So every single time I go home, at the end of the day, and these phrases kind of run in my mind.
Yes.
And it's very important because you just made a major impact on somebody's life.
Absolutely.
It's very important. Now, the other reward, I know some people might focus on the monetary portion,
right,
but for us, is about taking care of people.
Yes, yes. So you're accomplishing the goal that you've set out to do for yourself is to take care of people. You know, how you said in the very beginning, that's part of being in the military, part of what you like to follow in your own life, right?
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So has there been like a funny or like one particular experience that you've had that stuck out in your mind?
So one experience stuck in my mind, as I mentioned, I'm a veteran.
Yes.
And I have seen veterans struggling when it comes down to care for them or receive the proper care,
yes,
or know how to use their benefit.
Right.
So one example is we had one of the veteran patient. It was referred by the VA. And that individual has some type of mental issues. He doesn't want anyone on his own. He doesn't want anyone to touch him.
Right.
Which is kind of complicated. It becomes a little bit more complex
right,
for a caregiver to care for somebody like that.
Right.
So what I have done is to pair that veteran with another veteran who was a caregiver
yes,
who was a veteran.
Right.
And the same had the same story. That caregiver veteran used to have a PTSD, and the client has a PTSD.
Right.
So we pair both. They start a conversation, and about 30 days later, they connected.
Right.
And we receive a compliment from the client himself. Said not only we save his life,
Yes.
not only we provide the services, but
Right.
we extend his life.
Oh,
That's very important
that is
because
very important.
it became a little more social. It can go out with somebody which it was not open to do.
Absolutely. Yes. And that touches your heart. You posted something the other day that also kind of struck me in the heart when you said, that, I think we don't realize that people get very lonely, in their older age. Family's busy. They might not have time to come by and stop by and visit as often. This person's home, they're retired, they're not doing anything, and they're just sitting at home. And you talked about how loneliness affects, a person dramatically, and not only is it loneliness, but it is the PTSD. It's the things that people don't see, by looking at someone, I guess, or just by visiting them for, 5 minutes on a weekend sometimes. Yeah. So, I'd imagine that your staff gets to be able to see these things within people and then intervene in a way that is life-saving, broken heart syndrome, things of that nature. I've always heard that's a thing, So one of the things that your caregivers don't do is they don't do like administrating like medical, like medicines and things like that, correct? What is the protocol for something like that for you guys?
Yeah, so the business had got non-medical home care services. What that means, we're not doing anything related to nursing or medicine.
Right.
But what we can do a medication reminder. We can assist the client to get their medical appointment, all detail. We have a nurse on the staff, but the nurse job is to follow the client to see if there's any condition change.
Right.
All these condition change are provided to the client primary care manager or the nurse or social worker. So we try not to. We have a license to do a nursing and medical portion, but we're not there yet.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And going back to your comment you made, for us, loneliness is an illness.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. So the goal is to cure that illness by providing somebody who can even just sit down and talk to you or play a car with you or just take you to a restaurant and eat. It's very important.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The other thing that you mentioned to me that I thought was something that people need to keep in mind is that, I might be staying home and taking care of my grandmother consistently. Yeah. And maybe I feel like, okay, I can be there for her and I can do this constantly. But sometimes I might have to go out and run an errand or I'm, and sometimes it's harder to get that person to come with you. Maybe they don't want to come. Maybe they're physically unable to come easy in the car, things of that nature. Yeah. So one of the things that you mentioned that you guys also do is, you said before the customized plan to everybody, but one of the things that stood out to me when we were talking was the fact that if I need to go run some errands, I can call and say, hey guys, can you guys come over, every Wednesday between, 2 and 5 and watch my grandma while I go and run this errand or whatever. Yeah. And I thought that was like a great, thing to consider because I think a lot of people they say, oh, I got to take care of grandma and it's a 24/7 job and they're struggling also themselves to say, okay, I can walk away for 5 minutes and feel good that she's being taken care of because there's someone there with her. Yes. And I really like that about, your program is that it's custom tailored to everybody that you come in contact with. Yeah. So that's really nice. I like that.
Yeah. So actually the service is called Respect Care. And also there's a additional program. It provides 72 hours for free to family member who are qualified. They call the GAD program. I know a lot of people don't know about it, and it's good. We can other differentiate with other organization with the Homewell is we don't have a time limit or hour limit. Okay. We can provide even a 1 hour even if it's 2 hours
Right.
service to someone. You just need to call us,
Right.
and we call home care on demand.
Right.
Just call us and let us know,
Oh, see,
hey,
that's
you know
so
what, I need to
nice.
take a break.
Yes.
And we support you.
Absolutely. Do you do overnight?
Oh, yes, we do 24/7
Nice.
living services. We do overnight.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So if I was to contact you guys, and let's say I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
So I just simply call you guys and you help. Tell me how that would work. If I have never done anything like this before, this is my first time having to care for somebody. What would I do?
So right now we are all over the place. We have a website. We on Facebook, on social media across the board, and also there's a phone number you can call. It's 706 750-0550. When you call, we have a dedicated, a human who can answer your question. And that individual is trained to tell you, you tell the story, and the person can guide you properly. And in addition to that, what we can do, we do a free assessment at home. That's the first thing. Because you might not know what type of service you want.
Right.
And when the care coordinator arrive at your location, then it will advise you what type of service you're looking for.
Right.
And also provide you ideas of what the price range might be. And when we talk about price ranges, we are open to anything.
Right.
We tailor the price based on your income. We know not everybody can afford home care.
Right.
It's expensive.
Right.
But we are human, and we want to take care of everyone.
Right.
So we tailor the price, we tailor the plan to that individual.
Right. And you also do help if like, I know we talked about military and VA and things like that. Because you have, background in that, you can also guide people in that sense too. Like, okay, this is how you go through the VA to get this done or whatever, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a special program for the veteran. And the program is to kind of educate any veteran who doesn't know what type of benefit they're entitled to.
Okay.
And especially right now, home care is one of the things the veteran doesn't know they are entitled to.
Right.
It's a free service.
Right.
You just need to connect with us, and we can walk you through the process. We can even connect you to a social worker at the VA to provide you all the detail or what you need to do to be qualified for home care.
That's awesome.
Free service.
Yes, that's awesome. Because
Yes.
a lot of people don't even know where to start.
Yes.
And then they can get frustrated.
Oh, yes.
And I know just doing daily things can get frustrating for me. So I could just imagine if someone was trying to reach out for help and maybe they weren't necessarily open to the help, but then they took that leap and then they get aggravated and say, oh, I just can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
You're there to help them say, no, we can do this. We can help you through. So
Yes.
I like that as well.
Okay.
I like that as well. Auguste, tell me, what's the best personal advice you've ever received, and how did you use that advice to influence your professional business now?
So the best advice I ever received was serving people first, and success will follow. This type of advice kind of shaped my leadership style, and also it shaped a little bit my business philosophy. At Homewell, I use that every single day. We focus on taking care of people, make sure they're safe, and we provide one of the best quality care. It kind of in line with serve people first.
Absolutely.
And success will follow.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Is your family part of your business right now, or do you think that they might get involved in the future?
So you know what? Every business, there's a family behind.
Yes.
They might not physically be at the work location,
Yes.
but they support you mentally, spiritually.
Absolutely.
Right now, my family is not at the office with me,
Yes.
but they support me every single day because when I go home, I tell my story, and I have people listen to me, and it kind of gave me a little more comfort.
Absolutely.
My goal in the long run is to have at least somebody in my family take over so I can take a break.
Absolutely. Yes. That would be great.
Yeah.
Pass it down to the
Yeah.
family.
Yes, that's correct.
So do you have any extracurricular activities or hobbies that you like to do to unwind, or anything that you can think of that helps you to say mentally reset, I guess?
It's kind of a little, because at the beginning I didn't tell all my story. I used to be IT cyber officer in the military. So when I decided to do home care business, people was kind of shocked. That's okay. you live in the industry where the money is there, and you go into something completely different.
Right.
I let them know just you don't know what I'm focusing on.
Right.
Now, so my passion is to do some research when it comes down to IT side and cybersecurity. In addition to that, I like to play golf. I like to play pool, but those hobbies right now are on pause. In order for me to get the business up and running to a point where I feel comfortable doing the business. And talk about that, you have to have people you can trust in your business to take break or do your hobbies.
Absolutely.
And I think I'm on the right track because I have a supportive staff. They know their job. They care about the client, and I feel good about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you and I talked about that also at lunch the other day when I was telling you about having good support, in your business and being able to, I think we were talking about how I said I needed to take a break and try to delegate out more of my stuff, and that it was really hard for me to do. And you said, I understand that, so I think every business owner, that is one of the biggest things is like, finding the support staff, finding people that you can rely on and trust in and say, okay, I can leave for 5 minutes and the house isn't going to burn down.
Yes, that's correct.
As they say,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Where do you see your business going in the future? Do you plan on opening up more spots? What do you think this is going to take you to?
So that's a good question. The future for the business, I already have everything lined up. Not today, it was since yesterday.
Right.
The goal is kind of expand always to South Carolina. The next one is Aiken. After Aiken, they're going to be Columbia.
Nice.
It might be some additional opportunity for territory, and which I'm completely open for that. But we all prepare and we line up all the requirement in order to be compliant for that.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
So right now you're just mostly in the Georgia area. You can go all the way as far as South Augusta. What's your expanding, your region of where you serve, I should say?
Right now the territory is the CSRA that include Aiken. So we got a license for 7 counties. Those kind of push towards North Augusta, Aiken. So
you got a good range of where you can serve.
Oh yes,
that's great.
Actually, we spend it's kind of large, a huge area. Just one example I want to take: we have one client in Tignol County, which is about 1 hour away from here. And the client, the story behind that is a VA client. No other agencies want to take the client. I decided to take the client. As a veteran, I know what struggle he's going through.
Absolutely.
And yesterday, I drove over there, and it surprised him to see myself coming over there just to visit him 1 hour away.
Right.
It just is the nature of the business.
Right.
And it kind of shows how important and how we care about our client. Yes.
Absolutely. I was going to say that's another thing that would stick out amongst your competitors as well.
Oh, yes.
Is the fact that you personally go and visit these clients and things like that. You put your heart and soul into it. So that's definitely something that you don't see from a lot of companies. They're just, we'll send someone out and then they call it a day.
Oh, that's a good thing you mentioned that, because myself, I like to, every time I work with a client, they attach to me.
Yes.
Because I dedicate my time, I treat that individual like my family member.
Right.
And I'm sure today, if a certain family members see me on the show with you, it will not be a surprise, because I never had an issue for any client because, one, I walk in my caregiver's shoes.
Yes.
Because I do the same thing. I'm qualified to be a caregiver, and I do that with them to see what struggling they're going through.
Right. Exactly.
And it's the same side as a family, because I want to put myself on a client or the patient's shoes to see what struggling they're going through, in order for us to tailor the care plan and also provide the best quality care.
Absolutely. Well, and you have that type of personality, I can tell, where you can get along with a lot of people. That's probably the military experience, right?
Oh, yes.
You used to go in here, there, and everywhere. You gotta kind of fit in, where you're put, right?
Oh, yes, that's correct.
But you got that personality that you can get along with anybody. And
thank you.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. Like, you and I are about the same thing. I can walk into a room and I can just start a conversation with whoever, you know what I'm saying? So that goes a long way in business.
Oh, yes.
Because, you know, especially when you're in the people business and working with people, and, you know, it's not just, you know, like IT, you're working computers and, you know, you're mostly probably into the computer part of it.
Yeah.
Now you're actually with people, and that has to have a personal, heartfelt touch. And I think your personality is perfect for that. So
yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I know we talked a little bit about some of the programs that Homewell Care offers. Tell me about each program that you guys offer, a little bit about each program, you know, because sometimes people don't know what exactly everything that's offered. So tell me a little bit about those programs that you have.
Okay. So talk about program for Homewell. We're trying to differentiate ourselves from other organizations. We all know these home care businesses, they provide companionship, Alzheimer, dementia care, respiratory care, meal preparation, and medication matter. But for us, there's three special programs created to kind of set us apart from other agencies. One is something called Go Homewell, which I already discussed a little bit, is focused on rehabilitation side. When a client is getting discharged from the hospital, we'll follow you from the hospital to home to a point where you feel comfortable and independent. The second one is we call it short step. The short step is to prevent anyone from falling, especially when you are disabled, you aging, and also you heal.
Right.
The data kind of show us most of the time the thing it take individual back to the hospital is a falling.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
What we do, we have a well-trained caregiver with special equipment to prevent a client from falling.
Nice.
Since we started with the data we received, we got almost like a 0% of a return of client at the hospital because of falling.
Oh, see, that's great.
Yes, that's very important.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And the last program we call LEAP is kind of going back to companionship. We have some individual, it focused on a story you just to recall about loneliness.
Yeah.
So the LEAP program is just somebody to sit down and talk to you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Playing car again, and all these things is very important. Those programs we're running, and they're all successful.
Oh, that's so great.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and that's it too. Like most care companies, you know, it's just one thing.
Yes.
You do need a variety of things because
Yes.
everybody's different
Yes.
and their needs are different, obviously.
Yeah.
And yes, falling is one of the biggest things. We had our grandmother before she passed away. You know, we had people constantly going over there. She did have a home caregiver, but they only were set for a certain time frame, and that was it. If you didn't need them during that time frame, they weren't coming.
Yeah.
It was very, very strict. And in between that person being there that day and us getting to the house, you know, again to check on her, she had fallen. So we didn't know how long, she didn't know how long she'd been on the floor.
Yeah.
We didn't know how long she had been on the floor. But just imagine, you know, like had there been another medical emergency on top of that, of her falling, you know, it could have just been very, very bad. Of course, it made us feel terrible because we're like, oh my gosh, you know, like that she was even on the floor to begin with.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, you hurt your legs, your hips, and once you do all that, you're back in the hospital and multiple surgeries and all those things. Everything just kind of escalates from there.
Oh yeah, and you made a good point, because one thing people don't understand, we know home care is expensive.
Yes.
But admitted your loved one at the hospital is even worse.
Oh yeah.
You compare, it's almost like 3 or 4 times expensive than a home care.
Oh, absolutely.
So prevention is very critical.
Well, and then you're sitting in the hospital bed by yourself.
Yes.
You know, these nurses don't have time to sit there and talk to you and provide you with companionship.
Yes.
You know, again, goes back to the loneliness, the depression, all of that being, you know, escalating.
Yes.
You know, so I mean, I would much rather, if it were me, I'd much rather be in my own home and more comfortable, you know, and have someone come and see me than to sit in a hospital bed by myself and, you know, and be uncomfortable. So I really like that you guys provide that care and service for everybody. And the fact that you said that you guys were flexible.
Oh, yes.
That's the other thing. You know, like I said, that the company that we used at that time was not flexible. It was just, here's your person. This is the time they can come.
Yeah.
Again, if you're not going to be there or you don't need her, that's fine.
Yeah.
We just won't come.
Oh,
you
no,
know?
we are flexible.
Yeah, yeah.
We go based on your schedule
Absolutely.
and what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else that you want people to know about your company and you know, just anything personal, anything that you can think of that you want someone to know about Homewell Care?
So something to know about Homewell Care services, it is one of right now. It's true we started not too long ago, but we are dominating when it comes down to providing the best care.
Absolutely.
And we are getting a lot of calls. We're getting a lot of feedback, and it's very important.
Yes.
And on the model, we talk about trust.
Yes.
Trusted care
Yes.
is the most important.
Absolutely. It
Yes.
sure is. I thank you so much for joining me today and telling us about Homewell Care of Augusta. If you guys need any kind of services from them, please give Auguste a call. He'll be happy to help you, or any of his staff will be happy to help you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much for hosting me.
Absolutely.
All right.